Hey, welcome back. This is Stock Brock. My name is Brock. Today we're going to be looking at Apple. Is this a good time to dive in and buy Apple here? Let's discuss and talk about the earnings that came out recently, AI strategy, tariff risk, and whether this stock is a buy, hold, or a sell. Let's dive right in. So Apple is valued pretty strongly right now at a 30.28 PE ratio. It is down about 3% in the past year, and year to date it is down 16%. So we are off the highs from, I guess, the beginning, all-time highs, the end of last year, and then starting off in the beginning of this year, we were at near all-time highs. November 13th, 2024 was all-time highs. Let's talk about quarter three highlights for Apple. Apple just reported quarter three earnings with revenue hitting $94 billion, up 10% year over year, which was pretty strong for the company, even with its recent earnings. Earnings per share of $157, beating forecast by about $4 billion and 15 cents respectively for the EPS beat. iPhone revenue rose 13% to $44.6 billion. Services revenue hit a record high of $27.4 billion, up 13% year over year, and Mac also saw a increase of 15%, offsetting a 8% decline in iPad sales. Sales in Greater China, which has been a controversial topic for this company over the last 6 months, grew 4%, marking the first improvement in years. A lot of competition with Apple in China and a lot of the Chinese not wanting to use American product. So sales in Greater China did grow 4% as mentioned, marking the first improvement in years. However, Apple incurred a $800 million tariff cost, with expectations it could reach $1.1 billion next quarter under new trade policies. So Trump's tariffs are really affecting companies like Apple, and we could definitely see this increase in the next quarter. And this is a big risk for this company, possibly why it did go up with the recent earnings, but it is down now. I think there was also some sort of lawsuit that came out, but I'd have to catch up on that. So CEO Tim Cook confirmed accelerated investment in AI, with R&D up to $8.8 billion, internal reassignments, and potential M&A. So the M&A of acquiring a company like Perplexity or Claude, something similar to that, including the rumored interest in, as mentioned, Perplexity and OpenAI partnerships. An AI-enhanced Siri is slated for release in 2026. And I think this is a big opportunity for Apple. They really do need to capitalize on this because a lot of the companies are gaining larger lead on a big company like Apple, but with a company that's so big like Apple, has a lot of cash on its balance sheet, they do have an opportunity to definitely catch up. But it's definitely a ongoing race at the moment. And despite these moves, Apple lags behind peers in AI innovation. Analysts warn skepticism remains high, some calling the stock a range-bound hold until clarity emerges. Apple trades at a trailing PE of about 31, forward PE of around 26, with consensus price target around $237, suggesting a 17% upside from current levels. JP Morgan also raised its price target to $255, Citi to $240, and Jefferies remains cautious at $191. The company boasts strong financials, nearly $100 billion in net income, over $408 billion in trailing revenue, and is returning nearly $1 trillion to shareholders since 2012. Shares are down about 16% year to date, partly due to tariff fears, investor caution on Apple's AI lag, and early hours reaction was muted. The early after hours reaction was muted after the earnings, despite the strong numbers. Stock rose just about 2 to 2.5%, signaling a lingering skepticism. And this is all stem from the tariffs. From a technical standpoint, support is around $200, while resistance lies near $220 and $225. A break above that could open the path toward the consensus target of $237. But right now we have a lot of uncertainty in a name like Apple. It's kind of like a hold on my take On the bullish side, Apple is delivering strong core business growth, has excellent cash generation, and is making tangible moves in AI with a clear roadmap. On the cautious side, trade and tariff risk is pretty high right now. Legal regulatory press and slower than expected AI execution may keep the stock range bound in 2026. So that leaves me neutral to positive at the moment. There is a large volume profile in the 190 area, could be a buying opportunity, but I'm leaning to put this on the watch list and kind of watch from the sidelines. If it holds above 200 and breaks past 220, could be a breakout move. But for conservative investors waiting for a more clear path towards AI would make the most sense. But yeah, that wraps it up. Apple still looks fundamentally strong, yet the market's focus on AI execution and geopolitical risk may limit short-term upside for now. Thanks guys for watching. 5 minutes of value. Stock Brock. Peace out.